If I've learned anything from making over 3,000 YouTube videos and performing dental surgery on myself, is that it is nearly impossible to do things on your own without any help. So today I am going to enlist the collaboration efforts from a couple of my friends to make some music. Sweetwater sponsored this video. I am very happy to be using the Duet 3 from Apogee. The Duet was the first actual mobile interface that I've actually used, and we're gonna be putting it through its paces and also just kind of making some original music with some really talented people. So come along for the ride and let's make some music. Lily Bouillet.
Sean Daniel.
I'm sure you're wondering why I called you here today.
No, you're gonna tell me, so.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Collaboration is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And you listening? There's only one person that I want to collaborate with. Oh, there's two people. We have two people I have in mind, but you're number one. You're my first call.
Well, I'd hope so, Sean.
Not out of importance, more out of proximity. Before I give you this idea, I would like to read you a few quotes on collaboration.
Is this a mandatory part of the process, or can we just skip it?
This is mandatory. No, this is very important. Steven Spielberg, you ever heard of him?
Sure.
He said this: "The delicate balance of mentoring someone is not creating them in your own image, but giving them opportunity to create themselves."
Oh, this is like a mentor situation?
That's how I see it. I think this is a good opportunity for you.
That I'm mentoring you?
No.
Sorry?
Some people out there are incapable of mentorship when you've been mentoring as long as I have. So I'm thinking we do a song. I have this Apogee Duet 3 interface that Sweetwater sent me. I'm just ready to lay down some tracks. You feeling it? You feeling like doing a little song together?
Always.
Yeah? Okay. Well, I'm going to send you like a drum loop and a guitar thing, and then maybe you want to write to it. What do you anything inspiring you to write a song about?
Well, after listening to you vent for an hour yesterday, I think I have some ideas, but we'll figure it out.
Didn't know we were getting personal, talking about our personal correspondence.
Honestly, the thing is, people don't really realize, I think, with songwriting is it has to be coming from a place of truth.
I guess my only follow-up question there is, why is it always have to be about my life
It's
with our songs?
Boring. My life sucks for songwriting purposes.
Okay.
But who says it's always about you, Sean? It's not always about you.
You know, I have another quote I'd like to read you about collaboration. This is from Tina Fey. In most cases, being a good boss means hiring talented people and then getting out of their way. This is not one of those cases.
This is so great. And I love how you're not hiring me either.
You're getting paid nothing. Do you want more quotes, or should we just like get to work?
No, I'm okay on quotes.
All right, so I'll send you whatever, a little something in like A, key of A. You like the key of A?
I'll take it.
I'll send it over, and then let's get to work. All right, so first thing we gotta do is come up with a scratch track. I have a drum loop in Logic. I've set my project to be 171 BPM. It's in 3/4 key of A. I'm going direct into my headrush core pedal board that has a stereo out. The cool thing about that is I can connect left and right into my Duet interface with actual XLR cables. So I'm just gonna play over this track and just kind of do a little chord progression. So here's what it sounds like, and then I'll tell you what I played at the end of it. That is going to be good enough just to send. The end thing will probably sound much different, but that's just the basic gist of it. You know, let's talk about the chord progression real quick. I'm going to do it acoustically with the SD signature. 1 second. So this is the key of A. It's basically a 1, 4, 6, 4 in the key of A, and then there's a twist in the next part. So again, key of A, 1 chord is A major. I always like doing this thing where it's like 5 on the E string, 7 on the D string, 6 on the G string, and then maybe getting some open top strings to make it sound fancy, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like I did a lesson on this like a month ago or something, where it's like you just take this chord voicing, move your pointer finger down to the 5th fret on the A string, and now all of a sudden you have a D major 7. So A major to D major 7, back and forth, 1 to 4. And then we're gonna go to a 6 chord to the 4 chord. 6, 6 in A, B, C, D, E, F sharp technically. And again, so F sharp minor 9 would be 9, 7, 9, 9, middle 4 strings. And then back to that D major 7 chord voicing again. And then the twist, we're gonna go to the B section of the song. We have to use the 5 chord, right? A, B, C sharp, D, E. Probably have an E major. No, E minor. Oh my gosh, minor 5 chord to the 4. And it kind of gives this idea of like, wow, did we just turn the whole key of A into a minor 5 chord? Or were we in the key of D major all along and it was actually 5 to 1? What? 5 to 1. D, E, F, G, A. A is a 5 to 1. And then minor chord, a 3 chord instead of a 6 chord in the key of A. Oh my gosh. Let's turn it all upside down. Music theory at its finest. So we have guitar, but in the spirit of making this a community effort, I'm going to enlist the services of one of the finest guitar players on the internet. Mimi.
Sean.
When I think of Mimi sounds, I think of 3 things.
Oh God.
I think of an elite British accent.
Ooh.
I think of incredible figure skating skill. And most importantly, I think of tone.
Oh, right, yeah.
I don't know how you did it, but you've got some of the best tone on the internet. Well, I don't know what's going on with those fingers, but that's a skill of yours.
Wow, thank you.
And I need that tone on a track that I'm working on.
Okay, I think I can do that.
You think you can help me out?
I think, maybe.
Alright, so I'm going to send you something, and then do whatever you want, and then I'm just going to mangle it and somehow turn it into some kind of hipster music thing.
Okay, what kind of thing are you going to send me?
It's just going to be a drum loop and something in the key of A.
I like that key.
Yeah, because we talked previously before I turned this camera on and you said key of A. So that's why it's going to be key of A.
The key of all keys.
The key of keys. You ready for the challenge?
I think I'm ready. Are you ready is the question.
I don't think I am. Elite British accent, check. Figure skating, I'm assuming check, just based on your Instagram. I like how you got that gold play button just flexing in the background behind your chair.
Always. No, it's because like I face that when I'm in bed, so every morning I have to wake up and remember who I am.
That's your complete identity, is that gold play button?
This is the first thing I see when I wake up.
What I do with my silver play button is I actually have it hanging from the ceiling, suspended down. So I don't even have to sit up, I just open my eyes.
The best part as well is it's like a mirror, so you're seeing like the gold plaque and then you're seeing like yourself and you're like, this is me.
See, the silver one's much smaller. Where's your silver one?
Oh, it's in the wardrobe. Nobody needs that.
Nobody has it. Well, I guess I'll get to work on this track. I have a few quotes about the spirit of collaboration I'd like to read. The strength of a team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team.
I like that.
That's Phil Jackson, coach of the 1996 Chicago Bulls.
Thank you, Phil Jackson.
All right, so I got some vocals back from Lilu. I'm gonna start putting this track together for real. This is a good time to talk about the Apogee Duet 3, right? This thing is amazing. I've been using it for about a month now. One thing that I suggest is getting the dock that comes with it. So basically, if you just get a regular Apogee Duet 3, it's gonna come with everything you need for sure. It's just got like this cool carrying case, and it has the breakout cable. This is the first, I remember the original Apogee Duet had a breakout cable, which I was like, well, this is super interesting. This is all you really need. And even if you just like want to mix stuff on the road, this is great to have just as like a super small form factor, because then you get like the best analog digital to analog conversion. So you don't have to bring like a extra DAC or something like that with, just for mixing. But for tracking, you're gonna want to use the breakout cable that comes with it. So this is the breakout cable. This end goes into the interface, and then you have 2 XLRs. Again, it's a duet, so you can do 2 channels at a time. 2 XLR ins, like I said, I've been using that with my Headrush core. Or you have 2 1/4" ins, which I'm gonna use a drum machine and rubber bridge guitar with in just a second. And then you have 2 1/4" outs, so you can use these as monitors. They sell a separate duet dock, which for me is like a must-have. Okay, so basically you just sit the dock in here, and now it works as more of like a permanent setup. You get the a 1/4 inch headphone out, and then maybe something like a little more kind of traditional from like an at-home studio interface or something, because now you can just put essentially what the breakout cable has, but just in maybe like a little cleaner situation, so you don't have to worry about the cable. The breakout cable is awesome to have just because it fits in this pouch. You can take it with on the road. I think that the dock is actually kind of like a must-have if you're using it at your home studio, which is how I'm using it right now. Again, this is gonna be USB, a C cable to C cable. The nice thing about it is they also had the foresight to include an attachment cable where you can make it regular USB if you don't have USB-C interface computer. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna replace the main track with a rubber bridge guitar. I'll be plugging this into input 1 on the Duet. And the main reason just to get the Duet, aside from like the connectivity, is it just sounds great. Like the converters in this are probably like the best in class. I think most people would agree with that. Huge fan of Apogee stuff. So let's add some rubber bridge guitar to the track and see how it sounds. All right, the next thing I'm gonna replace are the drums. Again, that was just writing to a loop. The loop doesn't really change. One thing that I'm really getting into are analog drum machines. This is the Polyend Step. So I'm just gonna play along with it. And I'm really gonna perform this like an instrument. Basically, the way this works is every time you want a sound to fire, you just light up whichever step you want, and then you can actually mess with like the effects while you're actually playing it in real time. Stereo out into the Duet 1/4 inch ins. I really just start playing it at the same time as Logic. I don't even have this MIDI sync. The cool thing is, this is like, it's so solid. I'll just record, I'll give myself a counter in Logic, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and play. And then once I start playing, it's just gonna go through all the steps. And as long as you get it close enough, it'll just sync up pretty flawlessly. And then even if you are like a millisecond off, you can just align that. Huge fan of this thing. For bass, I'm actually going to play this on a MIDI keyboard. A couple things that I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna add a pad with the Arturia Pure Lo-Fi plugin. So I'm starting to really fall in love with synth bass, even though I do love playing regular electric bass, but this is just gonna be a more modern kind of style thing, so we're using the synth bass for this one. Also using another instance of Pure Lo-Fi and to kind of do like a little melody thing that replaces the rubber bridge guitar in the second verse. And I also got Mimi's guitar solo, which was awesome, but we're just gonna kind of keep it sparse, keep it simple. I cut it up a little bit, and then I'm running it through the Arturia EFX Fragments plugin. So it just does like kind of cool, weird stuff that makes it all over the place. So I just kind of cut up what I thought were some really interesting parts of her solo, and then just put it into the DAW here, and I think it sounds pretty good. Definitely wanted to show you the process. I feel super lucky that I'm able to collaborate with such talented people. Thank you, Sweetwater, for being kind of the ultimate collaborator, and the company that's responsible for me being able to make all these videos and do pretty much everything I do. Anything you get, please consider using my affiliate link in the description. Even if it's this stuff or anything else you're thinking about getting, just because I simp so hard for Sweetwater. It lets them know that you're watching the videos and, you know, making cool content. Also, Apogee Duet 3. This is my go-to interface now, whether I'm traveling or just kind of have it set up stationary. Really, really cool piece of gear. Definitely glad that I grabbed the dock for it too. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you think, and I will talk to you guys soon.
I've looked at you,